Greetings, everyone. My name is Joseph Winberry, and our poster is titled U.S. State Libraries as Strong Institutions, Supporting Justice for LGBTQ Patrons.
Hi, I'm Bharat Mehra. I'm the EBSCO Endowed Chair in Social Justice and Professor at the School of Library and Information Studies at the University of Alabama. And I'm excited to work on this project with Joseph, and he will share something about the rationale.
And we just have a few minutes, so we're just kind of going to go through this piece by piece, and we hope that just by briefly talking about it, you'll be interested to look at it further. So the rationale for our study is that we looked at the UN 2030 Agenda for a Sustainable Development, and there's a lot of good goals there, but we noticed that there was gaps in relation to LGBT population. And so we looked at the 2019 State Equality Index report from the Human Rights Campaign to get a better sense of what are all the different components and interests and needs related to the LGBT population, and thinking about these, how does this translate from an informational standpoint?
I'm going to talk a little bit about the methodology. And what we did was we looked in terms of web presence on the state libraries of Colorado, Maine, Oklahoma, and Texas. We tried to find evidence of LGBTQ plus information support services on their websites. And the specific groupings of information that we were looking for were related with information sources that included collections and resources, information policy and planning, which looked at assigned LGBTQ plus related role and strategic representations in mission, vision, goals, objectives, and etc. And then we looked for connections in terms of internal, external, and news and events. Content analysis and data mining helped us put together, compile findings that Joseph is going to tell you about.
So the findings from our study, we did find that all of the state libraries from our study did have some of these information categories related to the LGBT population. And we see these especially in the information sources that they make available, but there was less inclusion as it related to representation of this community as far as any kind of diversity committee on these topics, as well as there's some libraries that did better as far as the community and internal as well as external relationships and in their connection section. And we have more details on this content analysis available through this link. So if you're wanting to look at the more details and look at it more closely, we encourage you to do that using this link.
And here, this is our visual representation of the taxonomic framework, the themes that emerge in our findings and analysis, and specific examples of programming and information support services that the state libraries are providing. So for example, we had collections, and of course the symbols indicate which state library that particular offering was delivered in. And so in collections, you have the Texas State Library, which presented the Lambda Award finalists 2020, Texas Homeless Network and Youth Count in Texas. That was the name of the project. So similarly, for each of the 7 different information support services, we have illustrative examples in terms of themes of content that was presented. And we present this visual diagram for you to respond to and give us feedback during the question and answer session, which will be in live session during the conference.
So we thank you again for taking the time and being interested in our poster, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts on this work. Thank you.
Thank you.